Hello and welcome to Just Do It, a Dewey Brothers podcast. Eric, how have you been this week?
You know, I'm hanging in there.
Oh, only hanging?
That's about it. Yeah, no,
Just
I'm
just
just
hanging?
just hanging.
I've been doing a press in there really. I don't like hanging cuz that tires your arms out, so I was trying to work on a different move.
That's why I Gaston.
Mantling in
That's
there.
why I Gaston only.
Oh, okay, that's good. Showing it off for the ladies, working all
You
those.
bet.
Yeah, working the small muscles on the other side of the arm.
Alex, I actually heard some complaints that last week we were too rambly in the sense that it was just too much for our listeners to take at the early hour that it was uploaded.
Oh, of course. Well, we go live every insert time this goes live here. And so I can understand why at that early hour, while our listeners were enjoying a fine rosé, that they could have been confused by how quickly we were going or rambly and off topic we got. That's the trademark of a Just Do It Dewey Brothers podcast, especially an unedited.
Man, I feel like we need to try something new this week, and I think we are going to have a whole lot of structure.
Okay, I'm going to try to double edit this podcast in order to keep it on the rails.
All right. Well, so here's what I'm thinking. All right. So last week we just were talkative. We were super talkative. So I think this week to stay structured, we should just be silent.
That's a really good idea. Do you want to do a moment of silence just for all the stuff happening in the world right now?
No, that's not how we do it here. I can try a moment of silence, but I don't
Okay,
think
I
it'll
have another
happen.
idea. An absolutely disrespectful moment of silence. One of those moments of silence that only come before the storm.
All right, here we go. Boop bop, billy boop bop, boop bop, ba da bow. She bow bow, boo doo bow, da boo doo boo bow. Alex is a doo ba boo dow bow bow. He's a total thinger. Boop boop. That's right. It's ska hour here at the Just Do It Brothers podcast. We are back. We're skaing, structurally, of course, like the most structured type of music, ska.
And that concludes our moment of silence. Wow, Eric, I thoroughly enjoyed that one.
Yeah, that meant a lot.
It really did. It meant a lot to the Discord, the anarchy out there.
I gotta light up my Andrew Cuomo candle right now.
All right. Let's do a quick little service for everybody, Eric. What do we got to be thankful for when consulting the Cuomos?
Well, obviously nepotism. I'm thankful for my family getting me good positions and jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I gotta be thankful for having my name plastered on everything, from the couch to the new interstate system, and especially anything structural deserves to have a name associated with it. So.
Oh, absolutely. With that, Eric, in the name of the Mario, the Andrew, and the Chris, amen.
Amen.
All right, let's get on to our main topic. Enough of this, dilly-dallying.
Alex, I am glad because this week's main topic is something really close to my heart. Are you going to ask what it is?
Nope, I'm trying to take this podcast nice and slow and controlled.
Oh, all right. Well, we're talking about the Alaska Raptor Center, which is, of course, the Raptor Rehab Center in Sitka, Alaska.
That's where they take dinosaurs and that injured themselves at the new Jurassic Park Alaska theme park and rehab them, right? They get them back in as rideable velociraptors.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is it's the Velociraptor exhibit. And the reason that's in Alaska is because that dinosaurs are cold-blooded, right?
Exactly. Makes them easier to catch if they get out.
Exactly. They're much more timid and sort of shy in the cold. Like, their motor functions are just very low, so it's easier to do work with them.
It's like one of those kill switches. It's the same reason that you have banana greenhouses that are trying to breed in resistances to horrible banana diseases up in England where the banana can't grow. If the disease gets out, then there's no bananas for it to contaminate. Just like if the dinosaurs get out, then they'll all be croaked within 6 months.
Oh yeah, I mean, they'll also do a whole lot of croaking. Although I don't know who would win, Alex. Velociraptors or the mighty and fierce polar bear?
Oh, I thought you were going to pit velociraptors with their natural enemy, the bullfrog.
Whoa, Alex, that's too easy. The Alaskan bullfrog is possibly the most dangerous and sadistic animal in the entire animal kingdom. I have seen that thing take down platoons of men.
I've seen entire battalions disappear after coming into contact with a rare Alaskan bullfrog.
I yeah, no, what's the saying? If you've already seen it, it's too late. Or the Alaskan bullfrog is vengeance.
I believe the exact saying is, if you've heard its croak, you've already croaked.
That is true. That's
Yeah.
true. You're in for a world of croaking.
I mean, could you imagine, Eric, 11 and a half feet of bulging amphibial muscle?
Oh my gosh,
Terrifying.
Alex. That was
Just
just like
hopping across the plains at you?
not even like okay. I've also heard that due to global warming and the melting of the permafrost, that they actually are getting bigger because they're snorting all of that methane that's being
That's
released from the
also what the
permafrost.
studies are showing. Yeah, from the helicopters that weren't grabbed out of the sky by their tongues, they are
Mm-hmm.
reporting that they are even larger. They're up to 13, sometimes even 15 feet height in height now.
Oh dear God. What I don't know if the world is going to be ready for that. Can
I
you
don't think so. I don't think
imagine?
they're gonna be.
Can you imagine if the Alaskan bullfrog like migrated south?
Oh my, yeah, that'd be disastrous. Especially because in Vermont, in particular, the snow frog population is already out of control.
Oh my! There's something about like their diet or something, but they're also extra apparent, especially to my nose.
You know, they're very smelly. Those
Like
those
this
yeah,
season they've
snow
been
frogs.
extra smelly. Those snow
hmm
frogs.
hmm All right, Eric. Back to the Raptor Center and how it's helping velociraptors. I assume.
Well, yeah. So there's a small team up there trying to look out for our scaly friends,
hmm
and they only want what's best. And I personally don't know their specific stance on the Raptors being kept in captivity. I bet they would love to see them roam free, but they definitely they care about them a lot, and it's also a good place to study and to sort of open up the eyes of the people, because for so
Mm,
long they've gotten a bad rap, you know.
that's fair. Eric, I gotta ask you, who is the primary funding source for the Alaskan Raptor Rehab Center? Is it a part of Disney Corporation or the government?
It's actually neither. It's just one man named Hank Dinosaur Jones.
Oh
So
wow, that's cool.
yeah, Hank Dinosaur Jones. I'm not sure. I believe his legal name is HGG. So
Mm.
he's actually his middle name is Dinosaur, and he just loves him. I think he truly cares for him, and definitely is not doing anything sinister with like that brand new property that he bought across like all the major US cities with very strange holding cells underneath, as well as ample velociraptor shooting projectile cannons mounted on
I'm
every
sure we got
wall.
nothing to worry about that. Yeah, that's probably not the plot to the next Jurassic Park movie.
I don't know, but
Anyway,
Hank
Eric,
Dinosaur Jones is he's good in my book.
HDJ is actually also a sponsor of PBS Eons. So I knew that name from somewhere.
Sounds about right.
You know, he's one of their biggest patrons. All right, Eric, let's move on to poems. Everyone knows them. Everyone loves them.
Mm-hmm.
It's poem time.
Alex, we're known for our poems. So I did something very structural, and instead of a poem, I made a story.
All
So
right, all right. Let's
I
hear it.
think I think I'm gonna share this tale of intrigue. Uh, let's just say it's beautiful, beauty, dignity, grace. Let me paint the scene for you, my fellow listeners. 'Twas '02, back in the classroom. The modem dialed up. Everything was buzzing. A beautiful scene as our little tykes sat tippity tapping on the screens. What's this? What's that game? Oh my gosh. It's a Magic the School Bus game. And it's geology. It's a geologist game. Oh my gosh, look at that one little geologist go. Mrs. Frizzle will be so proud. Now that, my friend, is a certified rock hound. Who would have thought? He knows everything. He's collected every type of stone, every rock, everything. It's all in his little home. But what's more important than just the mass that he has? Uh-oh. Oh wait, what's this? The services are coming in. The principal's not happy. Something must have gone down. It looks like this rock hound is going to the dog pound. Oh my goodness. And so the little boy was swept up, took off down to the street, completely oblivious to what he could have done. He has no idea. He gets thrown in a cell. He's looking around. Keep in mind, this boy is, a youngin' who just really loves his rocks. And out of the corner of his eye, he turned and saw, also in the cell, none other than Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the one rock that our little rock hound hasn't collected yet. So Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is sitting there. He's minding his own business. Some might say, smelling, if you will. And our little rock hound turns, grabs his big old bug catching net, because that's right. Just as he is a certified rock hound, he is also a ornithologist master class man, also certified through Dr. Frizzle. So as he brings out his big old bug catching net and swoops down and catches the rock, the guardman says, "No, sir, that rock isn't for you. That rock is for us." And Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson stands up and stands tall and says, "Yes, my fellow Americans, it is I, The Rock. And do you know what we do? We support geology and all of its assets. Go to your local geology, whatever the place is, museum, if you will, and donate. Donate rocks. We need more rocks." And that's how Dwayne Rock Johnson took over the world, Alex.
Wow, Eric, that is a fantastic story. I really like how you highlighted the geologist's most important tool, the sniffer. You
Well,
got to really smell
obviously.
those rocks. That's how you're going to identify them.
How else are you gonna smell what the rock is cooking, man?
Exactly. That was beautiful. Especially, I also loved how the that student. I can't imagine this is based on any. It's just really a retelling, perhaps, not factual at all. But I really liked how the young student was in Miss Frizzle's class, learning all of his rocks, becoming a rock hound, which is definitely not a certificate. I definitely have
Had
not framed.
many copies of.
It's not framed above my desk. It's not higher than my diploma on the wall. That's ridiculous.
Alex,
All
what
right,
would
Eric.
you rather do? Graduate from an institution or be labeled a rock hound? Come
An
on.
institution of higher learning or be a rock. I think the rock hound makes me more employable, if I'm being honest with you.
It
All
does.
right. This one, Eric, it's a little ditty. Mine has slightly less freeform than yours. Less morals, more rocks. So this one's about, I guess it's about rock collecting.
Mm-hmm.
Rocks, they come in flocks. You can find all kinds down at the docks. Just avoid the dealers of smoked locks. While you're collecting with your smocks, store them in your collection box and double check the safety locks. You wouldn't want minerals to outfox you. Even so, they can't shoot Glocks. After all, they're only rocks.
I heard that those rocks will even blow off your socks.
Oh, exactly. You got to watch out for that sort of stuff, Eric. It's a tale, it's a little ditty about why you need to double lock your rock box.
Alex, sometimes you can't trust the rock. The
You can't
rock's
trust the
always out
rock.
there. The rocks are out
Exactly.
there and they're coming. They're coming and they're speeding down the freeway and they're gonna rock your world.
That's true. Well, now that we have concluded that section of our podcast, do you want to answer some questions? I believe there are a couple on last week's pod down in the comment section here.
That sounds like a great idea to me.
All right, up first, Uncle Mike wants to know what happened to the hamster slash executive producer. So what's the DL? Give us an update, Eric.
Below, he's kicking. His balls are extraordinarily large, and he is living his best life.
Did he make it through the winter?
Well, I believe we mentioned
Is
this
he
last
chunkier now, or
podcast.
is he thinned down?
He's chunked up. The winter was good on him. He chunked up even more so than he already was. But he did not hibernate, which is a miracle. So he's still moving around. Although he is sleeping, I want to say 22 hours of the day instead of his typical 20.
I mean, he's a little sleepy. That's understandable. All right, Eric, here's another question that we got to answer quick. This one says, "Hi, Dewey Bros. Why is the price of saltine crackers up to $3.54? I've been thinking about switching over to Ritz, but that seems a little bit pretentious. Your least favorite listener, Steve." That's a good question, Steve. He is clearly concerned about a necessity right now, the rising cost of saltine crackers, Eric. I think you can also agree that saltines are a necessity.
Saltines are a necessity. However, there's a lot of choices out there.
I mean, Eric,
Alex,
anything above us, you're not thinking about a peppertine, are you? Because that would be way too spicy for Steve.
I'm thinking club cracker, baby.
I don't know, man. Doesn't have that saltine quality I look for.
It's not extra salty, but there's something about them. They're simple, a little buttery in there, but not too thick and not too, classy or too pompous like the Ritz. I mean, not anyone is down here staying at the Ritz.
I mean, yeah, I can't just be putting on the Ritz. That costs a lot of money too,
But I don't know. And the thing with the saltine is sometimes saltines are good. Undefeated. Saltines are undefeated mixed with a good soup. That is fair. Actually, scratch that. Oyster crackers. Is that what those are called? Those things are undefeated with the soup. So really, and Alex, when do you normally have your crackers?
I eat saltines whenever I'm down for a savory snack. I'm getting a little hungry. Maybe I'm hitting the road, and I want something with a lot of flavor in there. I grab me some saltines, Eric. And I make sure to double check the box that they're not, those similar like stone ground crackers, but with a little extra seeds on there. I'm gonna leave those to Bilo because that's too much protein.
He's got the seed, but
yeah.
So this is a little controversial take. Potentially has the might get edited out, but
all right.
The cheaper saltine is called the pepperine.
Whoa!
Instead of white, it comes in black. It's a little bit cheaper, but it gets the job done. It's just as good.
Derek, I can't believe you just said that on our podcast. Everyone knows that's too much funk in a pepperine for me to handle. I'm just gonna have to suck up these outrageous prices for boxes of saltines, Eric. You know what they said.
It is 2022. If you aren't dancing across the aisle and getting yourself some pepperines mixed with your Cabot cheese, come on. Pepper, all right, I get it. It's spicy. It might be one of the spiciest spices that we've had. But isn't that what you want with your cracker? A little bit of spice.
I guess you got a point. Maybe we should modernize and be willing to accept all the crackers, even if they're very spicy. You know what they say though, right, Eric? About these trying times, they say that if you don't share your charcuterie board, then you're eating a charcuterie board with Putin. So, I think we gotta pool together here and do our best to share our limited resources in our, and make sure that everyone can get a little bit of the smorgasbord, if you will.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there, because that's only fair.
If you après ski alone, you're après skiing with Putin, and no one wants to do that.
No, I mean, everyone knows that Putin skis in jeans, and I don't après with people that ski in jeans.
Exactly. All right, Eric, you want to let's wrap this bad boy up and thank our sponsors in this incredibly regimented podcast.
Definitely nothing went out of the line. First and foremost, I would love to thank the new album from the Scat Bros, Shoop Bop Bully Doop Bow 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 Bow. Now that's what I call the music. Da 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 da.
That's pretty unrelated to this podcast, Eric, but all right, we can sell more of those, you know. I gotta thank Alaskan Bullfrog Jerky. Very pricey, but also delicious, packed with protein, only increasing in amounts due to global warming. Alaskan Bullfrog Jerky.
Which would be perfect stapled or coupled up with our next sponsor, which is of course charcuterie boards. Now get your very own charcuterie boards, where you can add. It's just so stupid. Where you get a little
Also
bit of
available in
vodka. You get a little bit of vodka with every slice of cheese.
also available in aquarutery boards, just like charcuterie boards, but a deeper bluer color than chartreuse. We gotta thank.
Oh no.
We got it. This podcast wouldn't be possible without Hank Dinosaur Jones, now pushing his new Veloso Army Incorporated Defense Force TM. I'm sure that is totally fine and not some James Bondian villain plan. So Hank Dinosaur Jones, Veloso Army Inc. for all of your dinosaur protective services.
Huh. That
Yep.
sounds very reliable to me.
Yeah.
Alex, we got to thank none other than Big Rose coming in this week with all the goods, whole lot of money, and telling us that you should buy some Big Rose.
Eric, do you want to know where you can get Big Rose? It's over at the EJBCC. That's right. The Essex Junction Backyard Curling Club is quickly melting, but they're mixing cocktails with that melt water and their big supply of rosé. So get over there today.
Nothing better than a cold rosé chilled on the curling sheet. Alex, as always, homegrown hops. Come and enjoy our fall spring, winter thaw new ale. It's one of them. Every week is a new season over here. It's homegrown hops.
Awesome. With that, this has been Just Do It, Dewey Brothers. Incredibly regimented, rock hard, by the books. No weird mishaps. Everything going straight podcast, season 6, episode 13. I'm Alex.
I am also Alex. I am Eric.
And for the love of God, man.
Dude, just send it.
Deactivate Alex bot pretending to be Eric bot.
Beep boop.